Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality, yes, let's love. You know how it's like the end of a Disney movie when, I don't know, like when all like the hyenas turn on the evil line and just eat him. What's his name? Scar and just eat him up.
Again, not a what's his name.
What's his name? That's how I felt watching Uterus fucking come for Bilal at this dinner and him just sitting there in his own urine, just spinning and trying not to look bad on camera.
What's interesting, though,
what I wanted
is it's not that he's trying not to look bad. He doesn't know.
He doesn't
how
know
not to look bad.
He doesn't know. Yeah,
he's always going to show his ass.
Oh,
because he can't not. What's interesting is she knows exactly how to push him to the limit of and to say, I feel like you're just being rude to me. Girl, you know exactly what you just did.
I need a hero. Her name is Uterus. She's coming for you in New York.
I'm going to say something when we talk about this, though. I think some of those things, I think she had come too hard out of the gate for him. And so he immediately became defensive. It was a great way.
She didn't have subtlety.
No.
Didn't have subtlety.
It's not what I would have done.
Didn't do it like a Mar.
No.
Didn't do it.
Yo, this is hay.
Or a mother poodle.
I don't think your family's subtle, though. You're certainly not.
That's fair. Yo, if you're watching Intimate Portrait, you just saw my eyes go to the camera because he just gave me shade. Yo, this is hay. Like Poodle said, this is hay. Season 7, episode 12.
Isn't she lovely?
Who's that about?
Isn't she wonderful?
Who's that?
Usman's new girl.
Oh, she's gorgeous. Yeah. I saw her and I went, whoa.
I know.
I didn't expect that.
Y'all,
whoa,
that's
I was
where
not prepared.
I guarantee you the first time Kimbali saw this episode or met her, she went, whoa.
Y'all, this is our part 1 of the whole episode.
I'm in trouble.
Woo! Okay. We're going to jump. I'm excited, but real quick, we want to remind people that, well, first of all, hopefully we can pull it together because we feel very fancy.
Hopefully.
We just had drinks at the Beverly Hills Hotel with I just want to, for our friend Emily Sussman, who hosts a wonderful podcast called She Pivots.
She Pivots.
And she's just started her second season. A woman interviewed.
Talking to women.
Vice presidents, Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton was never a vice president.
But no, I mean, big political figure.
Kamala Harris. She interviewed Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton.
And we asked to be on the show, and Emily said, yeah, not this week. So,
also, we're not women.
Well, okay, that's true.
Labels.
Of power, labels. But we, anyway, we just love her. That's
she's
a really great
introducing... she talks to interesting women who pivot
in
their lives.
Not just vice presidents, but also women who are kind of more like us, who aren't so...
they're better than us.
They're better.
Every woman on that she talked about interviewing is better than us.
They're better people than us. But I mean, like, they're normal people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all, so check out that podcast. Other podcasts, Don't Tell My Mother with Nikki Levy. Live show, y'all, this November 19th. I'm going to be doing it in Los Angeles. Dynasty Typewriter. Don't join in, Poodle. Just leave me hanging.
I don't know what to say.
Just sitting there with a dick up your ass, just watching me.
I've already given all the feedback I can about this.
not anything.
Come see it.
Next time you have a special piano cat performance, a live stream, I won't help you promote that.
Okay, I will do my best.
Anyway, y'all, check that out. Dynasty Typewriter tickets are in our Linktree link. And
We're
then-
on Kate Casey in December. We're special guests on her show December 3rd.
Yep.
Also on the Linktree. Y'all listen to our By Curious episode. We just put out the $5 tier on our Patreon. We did Easy Bake Battle.
Yep.
I had problems with the show, as you probably heard me talk about.
I enjoyed parts of it.
You also had issues, though.
I did, but I did enjoy parts of it. So, but I had a good time talking about it. We had a really good time.
It was a lot of me raging.
Yes, we did a lot this last week, y'all. Ryan Bailey, be sure to check out that episode. We did a collab with him. We did part one
With
on
So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey.
We did part one on his show, part two on ours, and for Our Love Is Blinders. Oh, I like that. For Our Love Is Blinders, we
I don't know. I have to sit with it.
No, we're doing it. For Our Love Is Blinders, we see now I've said it 3 times, so now it's
Love
in
is blinders.
Now it's in your head. We did that with Mary Payne from Pink Shade.
was
My
fun.
favorite segment of that was Mary Payne Has Questions.
I didn't like the music that you continued to play.
But I enjoyed her questions.
Yes.
I like the music
Agreed.
too.
No.
Anyway, that's it.
Also, y'all, YouTube, our normally YouTube live with our Patreon, we're not doing it in 2 weeks because that's going to be Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So the YouTube live is going to be next weekend, which is the 20th.
It's going to be
20th?
It's going to be a weekend early. If you want to be on that
The
YouTube,
20th.
if y'all want to be on that YouTube live, the way you get on that is that you subscribe to
$15 Patreon.
The
We do a
Patreon.
monthly YouTube live where we answer your questions.
Yeah. We
act
often
like fools.
We often tell
We
news.
give news. We give you a little bit of gossip, a little tea.
Just the tip, but y'all usually get it before anyone else on the $15 tier.
You're under the skirt.
Someone's going to write a review and said, I joined the $15 tier, and all I found out is that Jake got gonorrhea again before the rest of the podcast.
Hey,
did.
you found out.
You found out.
You got. You found out I was burning before everybody.
Because you just kept itching your ass in
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oof.
we all know that burn, you know?
You know, the thing is, you just have to be in your. Everyone's going to get an STI or something occasionally.
Well, not everyone, but I think probably it's people that
It's widespread.
People that have slept with as many people as
Yeah,
we've
you're
slept
gonna,
with.
you're gonna step on a landmine occasionally.
Yeah, it's true. Kaboom.
But I've become more smart. I've kind of got a sixth sense about it now.
Why?
I don't answer Grindr hookups at 2:30 anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I need to know at least their first names now.
Okay. Yeah.
That does help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sex positive, y'all. That's us.
I think that's all on the announcements. Right.
That's all I had. Shall we?
Yeah. Let's
talk about Belida.
Belida?
Belida.
I've got bilitis. It's an inflection of the bladder.
It's either that or Shadal.
I prefer Belida.
I like Belida. Okay.
Y'all, we're going to NYC. What is it about you?
I was in NYC this week, but we're going to talk about that on part 2 of this.
Why?
Because I might have a special segment since I was in New York City. I'm going to surprise you.
We need to go over that.
No, it'll be good.
Any special segment, remember, needs to be approved by both people.
I'm just going to say my name is Maddie, and I went and saw stuff on Broadway, and I walked around a lot of corners.
I'll see how this goes, but I will stop recording if I don't find it informative. The corners, I'm gonna save comment. It's supposed to be something that's informative.
You don't know what
It
I'm
can't
talking
just
about.
be a random story.
You don't know. No, it's informative.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, they are going to. It's so weird that I understand the tourist impulse to go to Times Square. I totally get it. Mm-hmm. Why are they dressed like they're going to Tavern on the Green?
It does. Yeah. They are.
I just don't. Did Bilal not tell Shaeeda that Times Square is shit?
I mean, I will say people do dress up more in New York.
But this is Times Square.
But yeah, it's.
I will also go on on record. There are maybe 5% of men in this world who look good in a double-breasted suit. Stop wearing them. They don't look good.
For the men who can. Is there water running out of your bathroom?
That's my shower's running. It sounds like. I don't know
why is your shower running?
I don't know. Let's go to the
your
keep of the
shower was
podcast.
off.
I don't know. It's the ghost in my apartment.
Let's
get back to a double-breasted suit.
I want to say for the men that can wear them because they look good. If you can wear, you've got to have wide shoulders and a thin. But when you and kind of
it
a
makes you
chest,
look chubby,
but not if you got a thin waist and it just makes you want to. You just want to look at that double breast. You just want to rip it off and see what's under there and say.
I don't think we're being clear.
So
what makes someone be able to wear one?
Usually wide shoulders, thinner waist.
Yeah, I agree.
Like honestly, men who are built like a football player.
Yeah.
They look good.
Also, this is yellowish.
I'm turned on right now. What are we talking about? Yeah, the color's not good.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about Bilal. Bilal doesn't look good in it.
Yeah.
Let me back that up. Not on you, Bilal.
That's what I'm saying. 5 to 10% of men. Y'all, this is...
Although I will say, all men who wear double-breasted suit, almost all men who wear it are trying too hard.
I agree.
And Bilal's a try hard.
Yeah. But I just think it's not an item that men can wear that immediately looks good. No.
I look like a fat peach in a jacket.
I look like someone says, "Were you a stand-in for the penguin?"
Yes. Yeah.
That's how bad it looks. Like I've been poured into it. It's not good.
Interesting. Funny you bring up the penguin. The voice actor, it's not really enough to be a comic corner, and I've already got another thing coming up, so I don't want to take too much of people's time. But
Kevin Conroy,
the voice actor for Batman, who was a gay man,
yes,
actually wrote a really great piece about, what was it called? About how doing the voice of Batman helped him come to terms with like sexuality and masculinity and all that. But anyway, he passed away of fucking fake cancer at the age of 66.
He was young,
very young. So anyway, that was actually very impactful because for a lot of comic book nerds my age in the 40 or that are like 40 years old, late 30s, Batman the animated series is kind of what was.
Oh, I loved it.
The Bible. It kind of drew us in. So, and that's what really, especially. Honestly, helped to reinvigorate Batman into a serious property.
I agree.
Because Batman before was Adam West and all that.
How long was he? Was he the one?
He did the voice. It was him and Mark Hamill, who is Luke in Star Wars. He's the voice of the Joker. And
yes, I did know that.
So they've been.
And our friend was the voice of Nightwing.
Oh, yeah.
Lauren.
Lauren was Nightwing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just that beautiful, beautiful man. So, golly, this month is taking all away my favorite gays. Literally, it's like him and Leslie Jordan, my two favorite gay people.
Kevin Conroy is not your favorite gay person.
Follow him on everything. Yes, love him. And
why don't we take
Bill
a
Lamar
breath
was a Green
and
Lantern.
step back?
You know, I have my idols. You have yours.
You followed him on Instagram?
Yes.
Before he died?
Yes. It's Kevin fucking Conroy.
Okay. We need to move on.
Tried to see him at when I was at Comic-Con and he didn't show up.
Because of the fake cancer?
No, this was years ago. That was the same year too where Phil Jimenez, I was running after him and he said, I gotta go. He draws a lot of wonder. You know what? I'm feeling bad about myself. We need to move on.
Just letting you get there.
I just kind of nerd out.
Y'all, we're seeing her friend Uterus. There's
But
no.
you saw her before, like in a FaceTime
she's
talk.
FaceTime.
Yep.
She has. There's been no progress on the baby or the yoga front.
Yoga.
She's a yoga instructor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you listen to our love during lockup, there's a whole segment we did about Louis wanting to be a yoga instructor.
Yogurt instructor.
Ooh. Yogurt.
Again, y'all, if you're not watching Love After Lockup,
Rutu.
Love During Lockup,
Rutu.
y'all.
I think her name's Rutu.
Hey, big news though. Poodle found this out and didn't tell me, y'all. Marion Millions is casting.
They're coming back.
They're coming back.
Marion Milliards.
Probably
God,
my
I hope Rodney
favorite
comes
theme
back.
song we sing. Whoa,
You know, we never do that one.
we did it once on a live
and
show.
then the show went off
And then the show went off the air. We're so, again, it's a Matt Sharp joint.
It is a Matt Sharp joint.
We don't know if, because we know, I think Naomi could be on.
Naomi?
No, not Naomi.
What the fuck are you talking about? Noni.
Sorry, thank you.
With her
Noni.
new man.
With her new man who looks a lot like her old man. Someone has a time.
Younger man.
But
I love her, though.
I love her. I just need Rodney to be on this.
And hopefully a new woman besides Desiree. No, I
Yeah.
kind of want Desiree to be back.
I would love for not Desiree, but there to be a Misery. And just tell a woman named, yeah, I'm dating Misery, but Desiree's coming back.
I'm going to say now, that's some of our best work.
It truly is.
I think some of our best Patreon work are some Desiree and Rodney theater. Rodney and his mother. Rodney
telling you.
and Dr. Jazz.
Y'all, I'm going to say this. The $8 tier is the tier that fucks you back. It's a good tier. It's a good tier. There's a lot on there.
You gonna fuck it. It's gonna fuck you
It's
back.
gonna fuck you back. You're gonna get it all. Anyway.
I missed that show.
So Bilal, he's taking Shaeeda to New York because he wants to remind her, or he wants to put maybe, like, again, he's just trying to distract her at this point from having a baby.
He explains what he's doing.
Yeah.
I just want to keep her. We're going to have a fun time. The thing is, I need to get her to know that if we're going to have a baby, we won't have time for all these couples goals like traveling or doing things outside the home. He's basically, y'all, this is him. God, he's awful. This is him basically saying, this is what we could do, Shaeeda. If we didn't have a baby.
But instead, we're going to have a baby and not have a life because that's what you want.
And unfortunately, Shaeeda doesn't really get that it may not be the best time to say, Bilal, maybe we can leave here. We'll be pregnant by the time we leave here. And we can talk about the yoga studio. It's weird because what she doesn't get is this. You can see this example, this principle under George and Anfisa vacation principle. If you're on vacation, you don't have to think about the hard subjects.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what Bilal is hoping for.
Yes.
Shaeeda is violating that principle.
She is.
You don't fuck in Bilal's world. You don't fuck in the in the hotel and get pregnant. Pregnant.
That's true. You don't. He believes you can't get knocked up in a Westin. That's what he believes.
I think.
Keep talking. I need lip balm.
She's also not the kind of. Because she's what, 37?
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe it's possible for her to get pregnant. They have not yet. I don't think the way she is talking about pregnancy is extremely naive. We've went over this before, and she's obviously pretty sheltered.
Yes,
and the fact that I'm pretty certain she's. I guarantee you. What are you doing?
Keep talking. I'm just getting up and getting a blanket. It's chilly in here. Kind of chilly.
It's not.
It's just a little chilly.
Something's wrong with your circulation.
Well, no, I just wanted a little blanket.
I like it how we're doing a podcast. You just get up and do whatever you feel.
I'm just getting a blanket. Well, the intimate portrait.
Is it not distracting at all?
No, you keep going. Like, if the intimate portrait people, y'all just get cozy with me. We'll just talk.
Yeah.
What? I was trying not to take attention away from it.
Too late. Anyway, I don't even know where I was. There was just a circus going over here.
I got cold.
The seal was going to different horns. Honk, 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 honk.
Just go ahead.
Basically, y'all, he's like, you haven't told her anything about me. He's like, only that I have a charming, sweet husband who sometimes gets on my nerves.
He's really the least funny person in the world.
He's a jokester.
Prankster.
It'd be funny. We show up with the bus. That's all you hear.
Boy, I think Uterus is going to be
The
driving.
bell tolls for thee, Bilal.
I think if you're driving the bus, I think Uterus is going to be in the back, opening the back door for people to jump in.
She's got an invite.
She's going to be there, y'all.
So, Uterus knows about the child thing, definitely. The next day, they're out doing Times Square, and she says, it smells like a posy. And I'm like, oh, a flower? She's like, no, that's where we store urine.
Yeah. Which, I was just there. It does smell like urine. By the way, did they play Frank Sinatra during this? It actually sounded like Frank Sinatra.
No, it's not. It's the same guy who's
the
like...
other guy?
It's like, only in New York.
He was good.
There's the buildings, the downtown. Everything you like is in New York. Say hi to the pizza man. Hi there, pizza guy. Lots of different people in New York. You can do anything. The town is yours, so get it. In New York, oh, get it. Don't get pregnant in New York. No babies. No, this is the same guy who does all the Debbie stuff.
He's good.
This
one, I thought this one sounded better, though. It sounded like Frank Sinatra.
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé. Michael Bublé.
It's not Frank Sinatra.
Well, okay.
It's a pale imitation.
Well,
to
Michael
Francis Albert Sinatra.
How dare you say that to Michael Bublé's mother? Because she is very proud. She is well known in Rochester as the woman, as her son who, we have the same lip balm.
Oh, really?
The mint one?
Yeah, I don't
Sweet
like
mint.
to carry the orb. It bothers my testicles. When
It looks like you have 3 nuts.
No, it bothers me. I don't like the way it feels in my pocket.
I like an orb. We're talking about the lip brand EOS. They're not a sponsor. I like the orb in a bag because it doesn't get lost in the bag. But I like the thin one in my pocket. Who gives a shit?
No one gives a fuck about this. You brought it up.
No one
gives a shit about this.
So I just hit myself in the face with the mic. Let's talk about Uterus.
I think I just want to say one thing that he said. I cannot believe she said this, or he said this. You want to have fun here, Shaeeda? Or do you want to bring baggage with you like a child, which is just baggage?
High five. High five, Shaeeda.
God. And, oh, God, it's just awful.
So let's talk about the dinner. So they go to dinner, they see Uterus, and they sit down, and as Uterus said before the dinner in the moment, she said, Shaeeda's coming from an innocent place, and I hope that I hope he understands what she needs.
When he sits down, and she even says, Shaeeda's like, so what do you think about my husband? And the first clue that this wasn't going to go really well is Uterus says, I don't know, it's a little too early.
It's a little early.
Now, I think this can be taken 2 ways. This can be playful, like new husband who's never met the best friend, trying to playfully do this. And so I think that's what Uterus thought it was going to be.
I think at first she seemed to be, and didn't realize it was Bilal.
And he kind of looked, he's like, well, why are you going to say that? Again, the least joking person you'd ever meet takes everything hyper serious.
But he's a jokester.
Yeah. And so Bilal's like, he says something about, let's talk, I'd like to talk to you.
Because she even said, she's like, considering you married her without letting me meet you first, like I took that as more as the way Aunt Peggy said, well, I hope I like you. I didn't meet you before you got hitched. And that would be, there's a little truth in there, but.
Yeah. But also, this is someone, you're talking to your wife's people.
But she said that, and Bilal looked at her and said, well, that's an interesting comment.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you attack the king? Because
Well,
you know he's the king, and
Then
she's the
he
queen.
says, a relationship is between two individuals. Like she's a moron. And that's when she kind of went, so this is how you going to play this?
She's like, you know, it's interesting too because she said to him when she said, I would like to have a one-on-one. How do you feel about that? What Bilal does, he does this all the time to Shaeeda, is he says, well, how do you feel about that? So he asked the same question, but Shaeeda digs herself into a hole because when he does it to her, she tries to answer the question.
Yeah.
Uterus was having none of it.
Yeah.
She said, because he said, how do you feel about that? And she said, well, how do you feel about me asking the questions? And Bilal goes,
He kind of met his match,
and
y'all.
I went,
and no, normally
I knocked off my lip balm orb.
Normally, I would have a problem with people being this much prying, but the fact that he can't even take any fun in this,
No.
and it makes her want to keep pushing.
Yes, because he goes, she said, how do you feel about me? Ask the question. He goes, well, and she said, why are you hesitating? I mean, she is just going after and
he
after.
says, you're looking tense, and he's like, then he said, and now this is a direct threat to her. And he's like, trust me, you haven't seen me tense. Which I go, oh, my Lifetime movie Scary Husband vibes just went up.
Jesus.
Oh, that was when I see a man tell someone, yeah. And anyone goes, who does an overreaction, but like Bilal, everything is kept to a low simmer, so it's even scarier when he says it that way. So, and he's like, this is comical for me. You're kind of like, what's the word in English? What do we say? Nosy. And she's like, oh, I'm nosy. And Shaeeda's like, anyone want crackers? Anyone, somebody eat the crackers. Eat your crackers.
Eat your crackers. Eat your crackers. And she said, so you think I'm snotty? And Bilal says, your words. Your words.
I'm a very confident person.
And Yutra says, now that I'm meeting him and the way he's reacting to me, she's like, I'm worried. She actually says, I'm worried she's overlooking. She says, quote, some type of personality he has. And I wrote, yes, she actually is seeing what we're seeing. This man has a personality disorder.
It's a personality disorder.
Yes.
It's disturbing.
We've seen it
since
We've
last
seen it
season.
over and over.
He's a scary fucking person.
We all see it. And
And
that
Shaeeda,
is when Shaeeda went, crackers.
Shaeeda says, I just wanted you two to mesh. And then Uterus is like, you know, he's very defensive, Shaeeda. I don't know what to do about this. And then Bilal then lapses into his thing that is so gross. The worst thing is, I don't think he knows, Shaeeda, everything that I've done for you. And Uterus is like, no, girl, we did not.
Tongue pop. No, you did not.
And then she says, do you think that's what it is all about? What you have done for her? And then she's starting to get emotional. She's like, I need to compose myself.
Well, she said to him, she said, not about, she also, y'all, Uterus is fucking smart. And I think she's either used to, or wherever she is in her life, she is used to dealing with men that feel like women should be thankful for what they're given.
Yeah.
Because she said to him, so are you saying she should be thankful because no one else would have done this for her?
Ooh.
Which is what is implied in that is saying, what's so fucking special about you?
Yeah.
Which hits him at his core because he thinks he's the most special. He thinks he is unique. He's the special king.
I think if this could have gone so differently with a different man in this. I think we would have seen Uterus as being the nudge here. We would have seen Uterus as being the one who was prying if she kept
out of place.
going. Yes.
Out of place. Yes.
But when you put Bilal there and you put her being put off by the fact he couldn't think that this was a normal 90 Day Fiancé nosy friend, which happens all the time. That's the trope of this show. Yeah. Bilal could not handle it.
No.
He was so overly sensitive.
And There's gonna be more of her, y'all. We actually found out on our Love Is Blind with Mary, y'all. This is going till the end of February, happily ever after.
Not end of February. End of January.
Oh, she said into January. Okay, good.
No, not February. I jump off my roof.
But still, though, so we're in episode 12, y'all. We little over half. Well, there's going to be a lot more episodes and ground to cover.
Some people just slam their fingers at the door.
But I think we're going to have a lot more uterus.
I hope so.
I think definitely going to be on the tell-all.
I think what'll happen is
She lives in London, right?
Yeah. I really don't think we're going to have shows on the... I know we won't have it on Christmas, and I don't think we'll have it on New Year's Day.
So you think they're going to take 2 years off? 2 weeks off?
What is wrong? You had 2 drinks at lunch, and you're...
Well, I always say the wrong words. What's new? Where have you been? Are you brand new?
Are you new?
Are you new? So Shaeeda's like, I want to go ahead and order. Uterus has lost her appetite. And she said, he just seems very entitled. It's not like you've given her your last kidney. And she said, this is very serious. She's right, y'all.
Yeah, I don't think anything will change.
Oh, no. Shaeeda is in this for the yogurt and the long haul. Settle in, y'all.
That's all I've got. Is it Lib and Andre time?
Yes, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back.
I want to be a cowboy.
Ooh, give me that.
And you can be my cowgirl. The thing about it is, he can dress up like a cowboy.
Hold on. Let me take a moment for that. Assless chaps, right? Just complete. Okay. Ooh. All right.
He'd never be able to pull off because
I'm a Palomino.
He'd be so angry when he got on the horse and just let off a string of curse words.
Oh yeah. I run away and he throws that rope and he tosses it around my neck and he says, "Come, you horsey," and I just fall on my little rump. And,
they don't do that to horse.
What are we talking about?
Horses.
Okay.
You rope cattle.
Baby calf, horse, whatever piece of meat you want me to be, Andre, I'm there.
It's Lib and Andre, and we're on an alpaca farm.
Yeah, on an alpaca. I've never done role play with a cowboy. Have you?
Anyway, we're on an alpaca farm. Yeah, my repertoire is vast and wide, okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what they called me in college. Vast and wide.
Sir Poodle Olivier. There goes vast and wide, boys.
Never met a scenario I didn't love. So, we're on an alpaca farm, and yet another way to get us into something where this is good for kids, actually. So I'm glad they're doing something that Ellie would like.
It's true.
And we still haven't heard from anyone in her family. I believe this is the next day after the announcement.
Yep.
And I think that's really shocking. That the sisters did not call her immediately.
If I found out that my sibling was having a baby on Instagram, I would not call them. I'd be pissed.
So when would you need to bring it up next time?
What I probably would do is I would see it on Instagram and I would just respond. I would just probably go, "Congrats," heart emoji, baby face emoji, and then I wouldn't call them.
Oh, but they didn't even comment.
No, I'd see. That's where they're wrong. I know they would have. I would have commented so they knew that I saw it, and I would have just put a bland, generic comment.
Well, honestly, I think that's the normal thing people would do if that
family
happened.
member.
Yeah.
So you think about this. So
no, I'm saying that would be if that had been me and
if your brother and sister-in-law were having another baby, and you just commented on Instagram.
It's baby number 4 if they had another one. Honestly, that would be easier for everyone.
I don't think. What would your mother say if you didn't call them?
Well, she'd be upset, but I would call them, and they'd probably tell me over the phone. They probably call me.
Because that's what... I'm not saying Libby owes them a call.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with a lot of sisters who are like, fuck her sisters. They're terrible.
Yeah.
They did say...
That's where I am.
They did say, it'd be so funny if your husband sent back to his home country.
Yeah.
So I don't blame her for that.
It's pretty fucking callous.
But I don't think her sister... I'm just saying, I'm not defending the sisters, but I'm saying, of course they wouldn't call her.
Yeah, I get that.
Pissed.
And Chuck is of course concerned about the sisters and mom not being there.
We do find
I
out
need to get these issues resolved because I almost died of cancer on a bed. And I don't want that. I didn't have the Lord didn't spare my life to see my family like this. And I'm thinking, the fact that you woke up and your family was still like this must have been quite disappointing.
Yeah. I would woke up and be like, can you just put me out again?
Right?
Just take. I will say that to me, the saddest part about this entire episode is we get confirmation because Chuck asked Libby, "How's your singing career?" And she's like, "Well, I'm going to put that on hold."
Yet another storyline killed by a baby.
So now
ruin everything.
So now we're just back to the family Libby.
Yep. I'm calling it now. The gender reveal, you know how much we love those, is going to be the end of the season.
I really think that they could get a spinoff.
I can't believe we haven't had one yet, but I think people are tired of them.
Yeah, we're not covering it, y'all, but let us know if there's any good moments from David and Annie. That's on the Discovery Plus. But we don't cover it. That just
So why let us know if there's any good moments?
Well, I don't know if Annie if Annie makes out with a chick or something like that. I don't know. We like Annie.
Yeah, what am I going to do?
But did you want to take time to watch it?
No, that's what I'm saying.
They can let us know the good
I'm
parts.
not going to watch it regardless.
They can report for us. Yeah, I'm just telling people that we're not going to cover that show. For people asking.
So that's the nice way of saying
we're not doing it.
Why not just say we're not doing it?
Sissy messaged me and asked, she's like, are you going to cover it? I'm like, no, we don't do that. But if there's any good parts, let us know.
What do people think we do? I'm curious.
Some people think we do a lot, and some people don't realize that you and I have to stop and eat.
Or
not that we're the busiest people in the world. We're not.
No. But like, there's a limit. It's a quality of life issue. We can't do every show.
It's true. It's true.
Do you think we just get put back on the shelf after we finish a podcast?
Mm-hmm. We watch the podcast, then we go back on a shelf. We just sit there till you wind us up again.
I've got a life. I've got men to defile.
I don't know if it's a life, but definitely men to defile. That's good.
It's probably not a life.
It's not a life. It's living.
It is a living. It's been living this way for a while.
So Chuck is like, I'm tired. Let's get back together. And he said, so what I'm willing to do is pay for a session of family therapy for the family. And I went, wait a minute. For this family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think that's the deal. A lot of people think they're going to go to family therapy or couples therapy, and they think the therapist is. You probably got this with coaching, but also a lot with like voice teaching. People think they're going to come to you, and after 10 years of dysfunction, that you're just going to say,
I'm
you
fixed.
just need to put this dick in your butt, and it'll all be happy. And then they'll walk out and sing beautifully, or walk out and have no problems. That's not the way it works.
And I can't do it. You do it. You solve your problems.
I
helped you facilitate.
And we help them find their own answers.
Yeah.
Their own, and work that out. I don't think anybody in the family, Libby, really wants to do that.
No, and you said it. The way this just tells you the way Chuck thinks about things, and it's not uncommon. If I pay for a family therapy session, in other words, since I'm paying for it, will someone, because my money is going to help solve this. Because that's always the way it's been. What's happening here, I think his intentions are good. I'm there for it because it's going to be a fucking clusterfuck. There's already pictures of them holding a Nerf ball.
The talking ball.
The talking ball. And I was like, fuck.
Literally, Charlie's just screaming, and there's just white powder under his nose.
And
So coked out.
And Libby agrees to do one session, and Chuck's like, hopefully everyone can put their decisions aside. Yeah, or their
You make him sound like the guy from King of the Hill.
He kind of does sound like that. Y'all, later on, Libby, the dads are watching Ellie, and they're roasting marshmallows and having a mommy-daddy date night.
Can I be cowboy?
And they're like, we should do a baby moon next. And Andre's like, what is this baby moon? What is this, like, push present?
He's like,
everything talk about.
In America, you get present for everything. You have baby, you push. In Moldova,
she's
you
like,
push, you die. That's life.
She's like, I'm still waiting for my push present for the last one. I'm like, I don't know if retroactive push presents are a thing.
It's a big deal.
You already pushed for the baby. The baby is here. I don't know.
No, that's a big deal. We didn't have, that's a new thing. Push present, I think, is new within like the last maybe 5 or 10 years.
Yeah, sounds right.
Did your sister-in-law get a push present?
You know, I think she got one for the first one. She basically bought her own.
That she should.
Which I think that's a better idea.
Yeah.
It's then it feels a little less weird for the guy saying, "Hey, thanks for pushing out my baby."
I
just give the,
I think
take the woman, just take as much money as you want and go buy yourself something.
Be rewarded or treat yourself for doing a really hard thing, and let's acknowledge that. Great. But it does feel weird of a guy going, "Hey, thanks for that."
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something weird about it.
I agree. It's icky. It's icky to me, and I just think, let the woman just buy herself something special. And the thing is, so many people especially women, have a hard time doing that. And
True.
So maybe that's why a lot of times I think when the men do give that, it's like it's linked in their love for them, which is a neat, even more complicated issue.
Well, but you once told me. Never mind. I can't make the joke. It's too gross. I started to make a joke.
You can't. I'm not. You need to say it. Maybe I'm going to regret this.
You once, after you went to the bathroom after taking all the football players' loads, you got a push present.
I am sorry I made you say that now. I hope we just pulled up to Chick-fil-A and Bobby just gave you your large sweet tea. And you saw the light in his eyes just diminish. The Spirit of the Lord just left Bobby's eyes.
His eyes
when he heard
red because Satan was raring.
When he heard about pushing out loads. Because he'd never heard talk like that before.
I told you I want to say it, and you made me.
Then he was changed that day.
Oh, little Bobby was changed.
That's better. It's for the better. So he says no one's reached out, and Andre's like, I can tell she's sad that her sisters haven't reached out. They're just haters. And he does.
They're jealous.
He does say, she brings up the therapy session, and he's like, I don't care about any of these people. In my country, we say things directly. We know.
We got that. I go back and forth because I want to say you should care about it because it's her family and it's important. But then I feel like, but after this many years and this much just terrorizing from this family,
and
I feel like that's valid.
When has he gotten any support from
love,
them? Yeah,
hell, kindness?
Also, they're always coming for him.
So
yeah,
I was going to say, like a part of it said, well, but it's her family. But after a while, y'all, you're like, no matter if somebody's your blood,
and now
toxic is toxic.
Now even Libby gets it.
It is interesting. They feel like Andre has convinced her. It's not. it's her family that is convincing them of how horrible how they're never going to change.
Right. And then he does agree to go, and he says, hopefully the doctors just tell them their issues.
We'll see
like,
they have issues.
So he's just going to say, he thinks the therapist will go, so you're not the problem, Andre and Libby. You're the problem.
And a lot, because Libby says, I think you should go with a different mindset. But that's what a lot of people think, especially in couples. They're like, let me come to you.
So
they're going to say, my husband's a problem.
Y'all, that's never how it works.
No.
Unless you're George and Fisa.
Jorge is the problem.
Let's talk about Jenny and Sumit.
You've got a box that just says squawk.
I just spilled water on myself. Mother Pill would say, you got a hole in your mouth? I'm like, you won't believe what's been in this mouth.
No. Surprising, not all. She's got a hole somewhere else. And it doesn't lose a drop.
Wow. Not wrong, but
I am reading you today.
It's filthy. So Jenny fell off a chair, y'all.
It's funny because she's okay.
She's fine.
She's fine. She kind of hurt her arm a little bit.
My favorite is when the woman at the physiotherapy, is like, I assume that's physical therapy. They were calling it physiotherapy. Is saying your muscles are quite weak.
Quite weak. I know. You say my arms are just feathers. Like bones.
And Sumit, in his very non-emotional, very not cruel, but just saying how things are, goes, Jenny is older and fragile. I worry about her health.
But she's like that lamp from that Christmas movie I watch every year.
And we also find out that Sumit is scared of needles.
Well, Sumit says too after, he's like, she's old and fragile. I haven't yet told her about me wanting to have a child.
Oh, that's right.
Don't forget that, y'all. That's the undercurrent. Yes, of course, fucking Sumit is really scared of needles. You know, my sister-in-law.
A lot of men are.
She says more men are than women. I don't know if that's the truth, but
no, I believe it. And it looks like they were doing acupuncture on her.
Yeah, they were. It looked like they were doing acupuncture.
And Sumit says, every time you put a needle in, it feels like I'm getting stabbed.
And I went, if that's not a metaphor for your fucking relationship.
And then Jenny said, maybe I can take some needles home. We'll pound them in your ass. And I went, what? Boy, Jenny
I
learned.
like that Karma Sutra.
Jenny's learned something from the Karma Sutra book.
Yeah.
Well, pound them in your ass.
Well, freaky dinky, I'll put an egg in my butt.
The phrase, I'll pound them in your ass. I just went, what? Pound them in your ass.
Can't break that. I think Sumit definitely loves a little bit of a pinky. I wouldn't be surprised if she has not anything huge, but I think she's got like a little micro penis that she pegs him with.
Really?
Yeah.
No, she's not that kinky.
No, I think she goes, Sumit, I don't want to do it. I want to do it. He goes, yes, Jenny, please do it for Michael. Do it for Michael. That's his sex
Michael
name.
Jones.
Yeah, that's what she calls him in the bedroom.
Yuck. I'm disgusted.
Where am I going this episode?
And Jenny's like, there's a reason. This is the reason you need to be here, but you can't be working 7 days a week. And Sumit goes,
accidents are going to happen. I'm a chicken.
Quite frail.
Clumsy chicken.
Later on, Christina and Jen, her daughter and the daughter's wife, are coming, and Jenny's got a sling on with her wounded wing.
It's just sad that Jenny said before they come. Jenny said, "I'm so excited, my daughter's coming." Think about it, y'all. She finally just got married, supposed to be living her dream, and she says, "quote I just need some happiness and joy in my life." And I went, this might not be good.
I don't think Jenny, because she said she was really happy in Rishikesh when they were on their honeymoon.
She did.
I don't think Jenny, kind of like she doesn't have temporal ability. Like she doesn't understand time like chickens or dogs. So I think, I think you know how your dog doesn't realize you've been away for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Or when you've been away for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jenny doesn't understand how long she's been without happiness.
She does not. She's
Like,
it's been 2 weeks a bit. Jenny, it's been in 5 minutes. No.
it's either. So they show up.
They hug. They like freak out and cry.
And Sumit and Jen are just standing there like, okay.
Christina says, "Look, I just want to support my mom. I just want my mom to be happy." She's like, and I want her to be loved and feel loved.
This is nice that they're talking about the family situation and Sumit's family not accepting them.
Yes, because Christina sits down and says, "Well, how are things?" And Jenny goes, "Bark, bark, 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 the same." Because nothing's changed.
No.
Nothing has changed.
Well, the only thing that's changed is that they are officially married now. And actually, it's worse now because
because they're married now. That's true.
Now it's the problem is now that everything it's on the surface. Sumit would have much rather it been like this forever, because then he can keep putting off telling his parents that he's going to get married, and then one day Jenny would tragically die, and then he
That's
could
true.
find a younger woman.
This is true.
That was Sumit's plan. I guarantee you that was Sumit's plan.
You know, except for I don't know if he would want to find a younger woman. I could see him finding another older woman.
Interesting, but he does want children.
I know,
but only just to pacify his parents.
Pacify his parents. So I think,
but
if Jenny,
that means a lot to him.
I think if Jenny died, he would just date around again and be quote in mourning, get back in with his parents, and then find another older woman. I don't think he really wants kids.
I would agree with you, but his parents aren't going to acknowledge a marriage that doesn't have children.
I think he'll stretch out singleness again for a long time. That he's looking.
We're
for
already
one.
calling Jenny dead.
That's not right. You're right.
But no, I really do think that was what he saw happening.
Well, chickens don't live very long.
So basically, Jen says, or Christina says, you need to back her up. You need to back my mom up when this happens to, and he's like, you don't understand. It is in the moment. He's like, Christina doesn't understand what it's like being in India. The parents are very, very close. They're a part of our lives.
You
blah,
said
blah,
that
blah.
nicer. He said that very dismissively.
I agree.
He said that because she tried to bring, like, she said, you know, what would it be? She said, you know, you should feel accepted. And she kind of made the parallel of being queer. And she said, but you should say, if you don't accept my wife, then you don't accept me.
Can accept me.
Christina's right, I think, at this point. At this point, I think she's right. And that's where Sumit says, yeah. He said it, and he's like, you know what? She doesn't know. She needs to stay out of it.
This is, I say all the time, that there is, that so-and-so isn't a zero-sum game. This is a zero-sum game.
Yeah, I agree.
It is stay with Jenny and be away from your parents, and have them hate you and despise you and have people mock them and do whatever you want. Forego that part of your life. Or I don't think Mama Sumit is coming through this. I just can't imagine.
She's not. It's not gonna happen.
Or tell Jenny that, or basically lead a double life. That Sumit can, he can say Jenny, not really mention Jenny at all, and never. He can come around the house and be kind of a peripheral member of his family. So that way, but he's never really where he is, but at least he's around his parents. I can see the magical ways he's trying to make it work, but it's never going to be enough for him.
That he always
Needs to have
looking for
mommy's
another
titty in
magic.
his mouth. Mama. With that, that's all I have.
We're sorry you
Thank
can't
you
go
for
to
that slurping.
We're sorry you can't go to Chick-fil-A again, y'all, but you did need to go anyway.
And Bobby is different after today. He's Googling loads.
He's like, wait a minute.
taken.
Do I want that? Do I need that?
You do, Bobby.
You do, Bobby.
You do.
Bobby. Bobby.
Bobby, baby, Bobby, 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 Bobby. Bobby, I've got a load for you right
No,
now.
stop it. That's
Bobby,
the show,
I've got
everybody.
something just for you.
That's the show, everybody. You can go to realitygames.com.
All of your gay friends.
No, you can go to realitygames.com, everybody. You can go to our Instagram and find us on other shit. We don't care. Leave us a
We'll love you.
I'm so sorry.
Bobby, baby, Bobby, Bobby. Come on over to the orgy.
And if your name is Bobby, you can call us.
You can call us, Bobby.